Most people think dangerous habits only happen during the day. Smoking, poor eating, lack of exercise. But what if one of the most harmful habits quietly happens every single night, while people believe they're simply relaxing? And surprisingly, sleep doctors have warned for years that one common nighttime routine may quietly affect sleep quality, brain recovery, heart health, energy levels, and even long-term aging, especially after 60. Tonight, we're going to talk about the dangerous night habit many sleep specialists constantly warn older adults about, why the body struggles to recover properly during poor sleep, and the simple nighttime routines that may help support deeper, healthier rest. I'm Dr. Richard Prime. Now let's begin. Why sleep becomes more important after 60. Here's something many people never fully realize. As the body ages, recovery becomes more important than ever. The brain needs proper rest. The heart needs recovery. Hormones rebalance during sleep. Muscles repair. The nervous system resets. And unfortunately, poor sleep may quietly affect almost every major system in the body over time. Energy declines. Memory suffers. Stress increases. Blood pressure becomes harder to control. Mood changes. And many adults slowly begin living in a constant state of exhaustion without realizing how much poor sleep is affecting them. That's one reason sleep doctors take chronic sleep problems extremely seriously after 60. The night habit. Sleep doctors worry about most. Now here's where things get interesting. One of the biggest habits sleep specialists constantly warn about is overstimulating the brain before bedtime. And honestly, modern lifestyles make this incredibly common. Phones, television, late-night scrolling, bright screens, stressful videos, news, emotional stimulation. The body feels physically tired, but the brain stays mentally alert. And unfortunately, many adults repeat this pattern every single night, without realizing how much it may affect sleep quality long-term. Why the brain struggles to shut down. And in just a moment, I'm going to explain why one extremely common nighttime routine may quietly confuse the brain's natural sleep signals. But first, there's something important many people never hear about. The brain follows an internal body clock called circadian rhythm. As evening approaches, the body naturally increases melatonin production to prepare for sleep. But bright light exposure late at night, especially from screens, may interfere with that process. And when the brain becomes confused about when it should rest, sleep quality often suffers tremendously. That's one reason many adults feel exhausted physically, while mentally feeling unable to fully relax. The problem with constant late-night stimulation. Now here's something sleep specialists see constantly. Many adults spend the final hour before bed emotionally overstimulating the nervous system, scrolling social media, reading stressful headlines, watching intense videos, checking emails, arguing online, thinking about stress constantly. And surprisingly, the nervous system may remain activated long after the lights go off. That affects sleep depth, recovery quality, and overall nervous system recovery. Because true restorative sleep requires calm, not constant stimulation. Why some people wake up exhausted every morning. Now here's another issue doctors commonly notice. Many adults technically sleep for 7 or 8 hours, but never feel rested. Why? Because sleep quality matters as much as sleep duration. Repeated awakenings, stress-related sleep disruption, poor breathing during sleep, light sleep, late-night stimulation. All of these may reduce deep restorative sleep. And unfortunately, many people normalize waking up exhausted every morning. Meanwhile, the brain and body may have spent years recovering poorly every single night. Why sleep apnea worries doctors so much. And later in this video, I'm going to explain why untreated sleep apnea may quietly affect much more than snoring. Because sleep apnea may affect oxygen quality during sleep. Adults with apnea often experience repeated breathing interruptions throughout the night. Meanwhile, many people never realize it's happening. They simply wake up tired every morning and assume, "I'm just getting older." But poor oxygen quality during sleep may affect energy, memory, blood pressure, mood, heart health, and overall recovery. That's why heavy snoring, extreme fatigue, and constant daytime exhaustion should never simply be ignored. The food and drink habits that may quietly damage sleep. Now let's talk practically, because nighttime habits matter tremendously. Heavy meals close to bedtime may affect comfort and digestion during sleep. Alcohol may initially create drowsiness, but often worsen sleep quality later in the night. Late caffeine intake may overstimulate the nervous system much longer than many adults realize. Sugary nighttime snacks may affect blood sugar stability and sleep patterns. And surprisingly, some adults unintentionally create the perfect conditions for poor sleep every single night. That's why sleep specialists often encourage lighter, calmer evening routines. Why stress may quietly exhaust the body. Here's another issue modern medicine discusses much more seriously today: chronic stress. Adults living under constant stress often remain mentally alert even when physically exhausted. Stress hormones stay elevated. The nervous system struggles to fully relax, and over time, poor recovery may affect sleep quality, energy, blood pressure, mood, immune function, and overall health. That's why healthy aging is not only physical. Mental recovery matters too. The nervous system needs periods of calm, not constant stimulation every waking moment. Why movement may help sleep more than people realize. Now here's something fascinating. Regular movement during the day may help improve sleep tremendously. Walking, stretching, light exercise, daytime activity. These habits may help regulate circadian rhythm, reduce stress, improve circulation, and support deeper sleep. And surprisingly, inactivity may quietly worsen both sleep quality and daytime fatigue over time. That's one reason doctors encourage older adults to remain physically active whenever possible. Not extreme workouts, simple, consistent movement. Why the bedroom environment also matters. Now here's another factor many people overlook completely: the sleep environment itself. Bright lights, loud televisions, warm rooms, constant phone notifications, irregular sleep schedules. All of these may affect sleep quality more than people realize. That's why many sleep specialists recommend cooler rooms, less screen exposure before bed, consistent sleep schedules, lower lighting, and calmer nighttime routines. Because the brain responds strongly to environmental signals. Why some adults sleep better than others. Now here's something doctors notice constantly. The healthiest older adults are usually not the people searching endlessly for miracle sleep supplements online. They're often the people protecting the basics consistently. Better routines, better stress management, less stimulation, more movement, balanced eating, and healthier sleep habits repeated daily over time. Those habits may sound simple, but they often shape long-term sleep quality tremendously. The biggest mistake many people make. One of the biggest mistakes adults make is accepting chronic exhaustion as normal aging. But the body deserves proper recovery, and persistent sleep problems deserve attention early. Especially heavy snoring, morning headaches, extreme fatigue, memory problems, mood changes, difficulty concentrating, repeated nighttime awakenings, or constantly waking up unrefreshed. These symptoms should never simply be ignored for years. Why early action matters. Now here's the important part. Not every poor night of sleep means severe disease. But chronic sleep disruption may quietly affect long-term health much more than many people realize. That's why prevention matters so much. Better sleep today may help support healthier aging tomorrow. And honestly, small daily habits often shape long-term recovery more than people realize. The real lesson most people learn too late. Many adults spend years protecting work schedules, television routines, and phone habits, while sacrificing the very thing the body depends on for recovery: sleep. And unfortunately, the body often pays the price slowly over time. Low energy, poor focus, stress, fatigue, mood changes, weaker recovery. That's why sleep doctors consistently emphasize one major lesson: protect sleep before the body forces you to. Before we end tonight's conversation, remember this: healthy sleep is not laziness. It's biological recovery. The brain needs it. The heart needs it. The nervous system needs it. And surprisingly, some of the most powerful sleep-supporting habits are also the simplest. Less nighttime stimulation, more movement, better stress control, balanced eating, consistent routines, and giving the body proper time to recover. Because healthy aging is often built quietly, through small daily habits repeated consistently over time. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'm Dr. Richard Prime, and I'll see you in the next video.